What up, world? I'm Steve, founder of CryptoCrewUniversity.com, home of the most game-changing crypto courses. I have a question. Are you tired of all the stress in crypto and just wish you can achieve more success? Well, this channel is going to be your new favorite channel. Hit that subscribe button right now. Join the movement. Our channel is on fire, and everybody hit that subscribe button. Today's video, our secret Bitcoin target that nobody is paying attention to, and also our reaction to Bitcoin finally going over the legendary 10.5K level. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Hope you and your family are safe. We're rocking the green today. We got our hair is bullish. We're ready. We are ready. This is a monumental video. We're going to cover not only some incredible charts, our secret targets, but also we're going to get into one of the altcoins that won in last week's video. So if you want to see your altcoin covered in next week's video, leave a comment down below right now. So hit that subscribe button if you're not already. Hit that thumbs up button. You already see that red is bad luck. Let's jump straight into the video. We have a lot planned for you. You can see up above, we have a tremendous amount of charts to get to, and we're going to start right here. This is the coin that won last week's challenge with our community, and we covered it as a result. And we showed you this chart here, Ethereum dominance, right? The ETH index. And we were about here last week. Again, weekly videos. This is where we take a scientific approach to the charts, remove all of our emotion, and only focus on the facts. So again, if that interests you, hit that subscribe button. But this is where we were last week, and we are forming an ascending triangle, and we had been forming an ascending triangle for all of 2020. So this has been a pretty crazy year if you think about all the things that have happened for that entire period. Ethereum was forming an ascending triangle. And in last week's video, we said be prepared for a break to the upside. Well, a few days later, you can see what took place. But let's go a little bit deeper than that, and let's transition to Bitcoin. Now, if you've been watching our video, you already know for a few weeks we've been talking about the HV down here, and that's the historical volatility, and we were well prepared for a major move. We were well prepared for an explosive move, and I have good news for you. That move has yet to happen. That move has yet to happen. I repeat. You may think, oh my God, Steve, I thought that was the explosion, this 15 to 20%. Oh no. No. It's going to be bigger than that. Take a look down below. We've got circles here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Whenever we're below the historical volatility of the level 40 on a weekly chart, a very explosive move follows. But how do you know if it's going to be bullish or bearish? Well, we have a very keen insight here, and we're going to pair it with the NVT. Now, you can see that we were below the historical volatility here, and Bitcoin plummeted in price. Well, when we pair the NVT with that, we gain some insight. And that is when the NVT is in red, at the same time we are below the 40 in the HV, the historical volatility, and we change from red to white, that signals that the market takes a major dump. Again, when we change from red to white at the same time that we are below the 40, it signals a major dump in the market. We can fast forward to February of 2020. And again, we were in the red while we were below the 40 level, and we changed from red to white, making a huge dump in prices. Again, when volatility is very, very low, it's the calm before the storm. There's always a big move in Bitcoin, and you're going to be well prepared for it. So again, the exact opposite is true in this scenario. When we change from white to red, when we're in below this 40 level, then the market explodes to the upside. Again, when we change from red to white, explosion down, a huge dump. When we change from white to red while we are below the 40 level, major move to the upside. Now, why do I tell you that? Right now, we're in the white in the MVT as we are still below the 40 level. We're waiting for that red to come. We're waiting for that red to come, which would signal a substantially larger move to the upside than that of we've seen already. So that's what we're going to be watching. Pay close attention. We will be keeping you up to date on this, so you better have that bell hit so you can be notified hot off the press. Now, if you've been watching our channel for a while, you know we love giving back. We gave back to an entire school. We helped our entire community, people that were affected with COVID, people that lost their moms, single dads, or people that lost their jobs, and everyone that was affected by COVID. We did massive amounts of giveaways. Now we're doing a $30,000 scholarship program to help our community. But this is your last chance to enter. Our scholarship program is going to start on Saturday. So how do you enter? If you want to have giveaways and you want to be entered into the scholarship, you're going to go to our website, cryptokoreauniversity.com. You already know the website. It's in the link down below as well. And you're going to just scroll all the way to the bottom. And this will take about 1.5 seconds to 2 seconds. And you're going to click on this, get your free course. And then you're going to have enter into the scholarship program. We're going to launch it on Saturday. You're going to get a direct email, and it's free. If you like free stuff and you want to be entered into the scholarship program, you can enter here. cryptokoreauniversity.com. Don't miss the opportunity. Now, we're going to rewind the clock and take you through this journey over the past few weeks, right? On July 2nd, on our Twitters, we did a poll. We like to do polls to get a pulse of the community, and we basically asked which is going to come first, 8,500 or 9,500. And the high majority was bearish at the time. Not just our community, many communities, thousands and thousands and thousands of results of a very similar poll was all bearish. But if you watch our videos, we showed you this chart week after week after week, and we said, plain and simple, our trend is not broken. Why? Because we've continued to make higher lows, and we respected our recent higher low with this price action here. We were still in an uptrend, plain and simple. We said it week after week after week, video after video. And emotionally, of course, everyone was really bearish. Emotionally, it's very easy to be swayed in one direction or another, but on this channel, we only look at the facts. And the facts were screaming, we are still in an uptrend. The trend is still bullish, and it has been for several months. So that's where we left off, around this area when we made that poll and when we did our videos, and you can see what's happened since. But again, a bigger move is ensuing. This may seem large, but it will be a child's play compared to the move that is coming in crypto. And you've got to be well prepared. We're going to talk about our secret target that really nobody is paying attention to, but now you'll have a leg up on everybody in crypto. And again, we showed you this blue buy button as well, a very bullish signal. We showed you that maybe a week or two ago. And this was a critical chart. This was a critical chart. Now, you can see on the 2-day here, we had a golden cross. We made a whole video about it because golden crosses are pretty rare on the 2-day, and they hold a lot of weight, and they've never been a false signal. They've never been incorrect. So also, you think about what's happening now. I know a lot of people in the comments and in the crypto space are saying we've just entered a bull market. But going by the facts in the charts, and if you watch our channel, we actually entered a bull market here on the 1-day chart, and we made a whole video about this as well on May 21st. That's when we officially entered a bull market. So a little over 2 months ago, and there's two rules to know if you're in a bull market. Number one, you have to have a golden cross on the 1 day, and you have to have price action above the 200-day. You have to have both of them be true, and then you're in a bull market. And again, the trend really respected our previous lows, and the trend has still been bullish since those 2 months ago. And again, we are still in a bull market. So we can call, oh my God, this recent move, we're in a bull market, but a little over 2 months ago is when we officially entered. So just for the record, I want you to have the facts in the charts so that when you talk to your friends or family, you've got the facts. All right. Now, what I want to do is enter into what's happening today. What's happening now? How about this 10.5K? Because we've been talking about that level for 11 months. And we've got to celebrate, but we have to stay level-headed. So we're going to do a little bit of both, and let's dig into some other charts to identify what is happening specifically right now in Bitcoin. Well, Bitcoin, as we speak, is at about 11,000 and change, right? 11.1K. But let's dig a little bit deeper. We're on the daily chart, and we're trying to figure out, and you may be asking yourself, well, Steve, am I supposed to enter Bitcoin right now? You said a big move is coming. Am I supposed to sell right now? Am I supposed to buy more right now? Am I supposed to wait and hope for a dip and then buy that? Well, let's just do some simple analysis of the facts and the charts right now in Bitcoin. You can see that the RSI is above 80, right? And yesterday on the fear and greed, we triggered an extreme greed. If we have extreme greed and we're really, really overbought, means all the herd is buying right now, should you be following them or doing the opposite? Right? Now, does this mean Bitcoin is going to plummet and Bitcoin will never again go above 11,000? No, this is just a short-term analysis. We'll do a larger term analysis in a moment. Now, we showed you the ADX and DI. Last week, we just broke out on July 21st, 22nd. Again, just broke out here, and this was a bullish case scenario. We pointed it out to you, and you can see what's happened since then. Again, ADX and DI has three colors: the green, the red, and the yellow. When the green is on top, we're bullish. When the red is on top, we're bearish. And once you identify bullish or bearish, you look at the yellow one to know how strong the trend is. If it's above 25, the trend is considered strong. Now, we look at the yellow, which is right here. It's above 34. So, and on the rise, which means our trend is gaining momentum and it's strong. Plain and simple, the market is bullish and we're gaining momentum. The trend is strong. And you may say, well, Steve, that's obvious. It wasn't obvious last week when we called out the bullish break. So again, ADX and DI, it's very powerful. And again, we pointed out here on the MACD, the bullish cross last week as well, and you can see the MACD is going a little bit crazy. Stochastic RSI, you can see the stochastic RSI is, again, it's very overextended, very similar to the RSI. We've been right around the 100 mark for about a week now. All right. The stochastic RSI can stay around the 100 mark for several weeks consecutive. And we'll see if this is one of the scenarios where we can hold that momentum up and keep prices rising. But rising until what? What is this secret target we have, and what is this other altcoin we're going to cover? Well, let's get to a couple more charts that are very, very impressive. And this one deserves a round of applause. This is a chart we've been following for over a year. I know a lot of people use this chart now, and that's great. I love it that they use it now. This is one of the most important charts in all of crypto. And this is a Bitcoin chart, and we're looking at, this is the 20K peak back here in December 2017. and this is our trend line, right? You can see that throughout since 20K, we've never had a candle close above this trend line. We've had wicks. Who cares about wicks? We don't care about wicks. We care about the closing price on this channel. So again, hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. If you want to remove all of that ridiculous amount of stress, you want to have more clarity and more success, this channel is going to be your new favorite one. So join the movement. Now, look at this beautiful candle. Look at this beautiful candle. Have we closed it yet? No. We've got 2 days and 9 hours. And I got a good feeling about this one. 2 days and 9 hours to close above here for the first time in 943 days. Let me repeat that. 943 days we have not closed above here. We tried like hell, time after time, month after month after month. We've tried to close above this trend line, and we were in a downtrend in the big picture for 943 days, and it appears that for the first time, Bitcoin is starting to change the trend. If we close where we are now, for example, we're going to make our first ever higher high, and we're going to make the first candle close above this trend line, right? Very, very major. 2 days and 9 hours from now, watch it like a hawk. Here's another important factor. Next month, we're going to have a candle over here. We need next month's candle to close above 9,000, right? We want to hold this as support. It's been resistance for 943 days. We want to hold it as support. And if we do and hold it as support next month, there's going to be fireworks. There will be fireworks. So it's a major level to watch. 9,000. Very simple. Just remember 9,000. We want to close above 9,000, right? If you see prices below 9,000 and we have one of these wicks, who cares? We want to close above 9,000, right? Keep that in mind. Now, let's get to the chart that we've all been waiting for. Before we do, I just want to remind you quickly that the scholarship program and the giveaways, this is your last chance to enter. Again, you just go to cryptocrewuniversity.com. It'll take 1.5 seconds to 2 seconds. The link is down below as well. You scroll all the way to the bottom, and by signing up right here, you're entered into our scholarship program. More information will be emailed on Saturday. And then we're going to do some special giveaways for those folks just to show some love to the community. So go get in there if you haven't already, and then you're going to unlock a free course. It would be really, really silly not to do that right now. So go and do that. Crypto Crew University, scroll to the bottom. Takes about 1.5 seconds to 2 seconds. If you're pretty slow, it'll take 2 seconds. Now, we're going to get to this chart. All right, we're going to get to this chart, and we're going to get to our secret target. Now, how did we come up with this secret target? Well, we used the Fibonacci, and we went from the swing high of our high in 2013 to our swing low, the low in 2015, right? And then we formed our Fibonacci. If it looks a little bit different, we just took some of the settings away. You can see the settings here, and we just have the 0.78 and the 0. We didn't click the other boxes just to make it clean and fresh. So you can go ahead and draw this at home right now. And when you do that, you start to see a very fascinating pattern. And you start to see the same pattern repeating over the past couple of years here. Notice how I didn't say the past couple of days. We're not looking at a 4-hour chart. We took a couple steps back so you can see what is happening and only looking at the facts in the charts. And we've repeated this pattern step by step by step. Where we had our low, we went into this green section where we battled up to the 50-month. This green line here is the 50-month moving average. It's a very critical level. Once we passed above that, we had a consolidation period above the 50-month, and then we exploded up to the 0.78 of the fib, right? Now, fast forward to 2017, we had our swing high, and down here in 2018, we had our swing low. So we went from swing high to swing low. We repeated this specific pattern of rising up to the 50 monthly moving average. Then we had a consolidation above the 50-month moving average, and then we moved up towards the 0.78. The 0.78 of the fib is our secret target. Nobody is going to be watching the 0.78 of the fib from the swing high and swing low from the past few years, except you, okay? So what is the 0.78 of the fib? And again, if you watch our videos, you knew about this. I think we covered it maybe a month or two ago. You can help me in the comments of when we covered it. But again, this setup here it's pretty impressive, right? So 0.78 of the fib, where does that bring us? Again, we had this consolidation above the 50-month, and now we're in this move here, and the 0.78 gets us right up here around 13,300, 13,600, in that range. So a little bit below 14K, which you've heard us talk a lot about in the big picture. 14K is something very easy to remember. This 13,300 to 13,006, a little more difficult to remember. However, 0.78 of the fib from the swing high to swing low, you'll be able to draw it on the charts at home. This is what we're looking for. Again, this is not something Bitcoin is going to reach in the next hour or the next day. It's going to take some time. And you can see with what we've covered today, Bitcoin is a little bit overextended in the short term. We may have a little bit of a bumpy road, but what I want you to remember is the trend is your friend. As long as Bitcoin remains above 8,800, we are in an uptrend, and the trend is bullish. Plain and simple. 8,800. We need to remain above that. Why? That was our previous higher low. Plain and simple, we need to stay above that, and the trend will remain bullish. What I love is Bitcoin created this beautiful market structure here over the last several weeks. Okay, beautiful market structure, and we want to use that as our future support. So if Bitcoin comes down, we would love it to hold around the $10,000 area, but we'll have to remain and watch diligently as Bitcoin goes through its ebbs and flows of price action while you remain level-headed. All right, so short term, we might have some bumps in the road. Big picture, bullish trend above 8,800, and we're looking at 13,300, and next month we're watching this candle closely to make sure it doesn't go below, close below 9,000. But things are starting to look really good, and markets are starting to explode, but just stay level-headed. If people start talking about a certain coin and everyone starts talking about it, it's probably time to get out of that coin and trade into another coin. If you're a trader, if you're a long-term investor and you're in it for years and you don't want to touch it, that's a very different scenario. But again, this is not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. Now, I want to show you the altcoin that won from last week's video. If you want your favorite coin covered, you can put it in the comments right now. But I'll pose the question to you. Do you think Bitcoin is going to get up to 13,003, 13,006? Do you think we're going to remain bullish? Do you think this trend is going to be finally broken after several months? Do you think we're going to remain above this trend line here, the most important trend line in all of crypto? The one that it took 943 days to break. We've got 2 days and 9 hours to find out. But I'm going to be watching closely. I hope you are as well. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell so you can stay up to date with the latest information. Now, XRP. Whether you love it or hate it, it's irrelevant. I don't trade it, for the record, But I want to show you this chart because it's very, very powerful. Very, very powerful. This is something I showed you when we were around here. Wow. So I showed you maybe about a year and a half ago. When XRP was around here, we did some analysis on XRP and we looked at the big picture. And this is the ridiculous pattern that we pointed out. If you rewind the clocks back to 2013, right? XRP formed a double top. We had a top here and the second top in 2014. Double tops are bad, right? It's a trend. The trend gets rejected quite extensively, and you can find these on any time frames. Even the 1 minute time frame can have double tops. But when we had our double top, we formed what's called a double bottom. You can see our first bottom here in 2014 and the second one in 2017. Patterns repeat themselves in trading. You've got to find the patterns. And this is the pattern that we pointed out a year and a half ago. At the time we pointed it out, I got messages, Steve, there's no way in hell XRP is going to fall all the way down to this pattern. There's zero chance. But here we are. The facts and the charts remain the same. But let's be very clear. We went from a double top to a double bottom. Once we reached our double bottom, there was a massive explosion in XRP. Just an absurd explosion. Absurd. So fast and ridiculous, right? And after we did that, we formed another double top, and then we formed what was potentially another double bottom. And I said a year and a half ago, if you've been watching our videos for a while, pay close attention to that double bottom because patterns repeat themselves. Here we are a year and a half later, and we are real close to that double bottom. We're sniffing it right now. It came a long way, and it didn't seem likely at the time. Emotionally, I thought, no way this is going to happen. But when you remove emotion and you just look at the pure facts in the charts, that's when you'll start to become a significantly better trader. So what does this mean? Look at this fractal here from 2014 down here to 2017. Look at how this fractal is set up. It's very similar to this move here from this 2018 top to where we are now in 2020. It's very similar. It's very, very similar. So what does this mean? Well, and by the way, this is in the price in Bitcoin, and we're on CoinMarketCap. We went from a double top, and now we're just sniffing at that double bottom. And last time we did that, it was just a pure explosion, like an unreal explosion in XRP. Again, I don't trade XRP. I'm covering XRP because it won the vote from last week's video, and this is what I see in the charts without using any emotion. Now, that's the big picture view. How about the short-term view of XRP? We're on XRP USD on Bitfinex. We're on the daily chart, and you can see XRP is a little overextended. You know, the RSI is getting up around 80. You can see the stochastic has been up here around 100, although just for a few days, where Bitcoin has been up there for about a week. One other thing I'll point out about XRP in the big picture, if you see Ethereum really start to explode, generally in history, XRP has been a little bit behind that and generally explodes to challenge Ethereum for the number 2 spot on planet Earth for crypto coins. And you can look back in history; it's done that a few times. So that's something that we'll be watching, we'll be monitoring with XRP. But that's what we see in an honest way in the charts. But in the short term, a little overextended. We could be due for a nice little pullback and then a continuation of the trend that we've been creating since here. But again, if you just look at the pure facts in the charts, when XRP is up here, in the RSI, probably not the best time to buy. You can see what happened after here. You want to buy when it's down here. You want to buy when everyone is selling, when there's blood in the streets. You can see what happened when we were below here. We went up significantly. You can see down here. Just use common sense. Why doesn't everybody do this? Emotion. Emotion gets in the way. It clouds your judgment. It forces you to make really silly decisions. And that's why humans are not good at trading. Plain and simple. Emotion. Emotion is a money killer. We talk about it all the time. And you got to look left to find the facts in the charts. We talk about that all the time. All right, now we're going to get into Steve's secrets to success. I've got an incredible one for you today. One I think you're going to love. This might be one of your more favorite secrets to success. So if you're new here, this is where we do it at the end of each video. We do a Steve's secrets to success to help you in your life. You may be going through a difficult situation. You may be faced with some difficult decisions. You may think that there's no way out and how am I going to do this? And this is to help you through that and then achieve further success in your life, whether it's with trading or in general, right? So before we get into it, I want to give a shout out to all my students. I know a lot of you have been killing it in the altcoin game. Our strategy has been on point with this altcoin explosion, so keep it up. Keep it up. Next thing for our students, we have a major announcement, and we're getting very close. We're getting very close. Again, if you subscribe to our newsletter, I may announce it to you as well very soon. On Thursday, to our students, we're doing a pop quiz. First ever CCU pop quiz, and you can win $100 of Bitcoin. So pay close attention to your email on Thursday, tomorrow. And last but not least, last chance for the scholarship program. If you haven't done so already, it's really silly. Go do it now if you want free giveaways and to be entered into the scholarship and get a free course. It would be the most ridiculous thing you've ever done not to do that. So go do that now if you haven't done so already. Hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, and now Steve's secrets to success. Today is one word, one phrase: underdogs. Now, I bring up this to say this. I grew up in a tough spot. I'm supposed to be another statistic, right? I grew up, my family had no money. My mom had me when she was 18 years old. We lived in this, what you would call like a little shack of an apartment. And I've never lived in an actual house that we owned as a family. We lived in this little apartment, and we were supposed to be another statistic. Everybody counted me out, and I wasn't supposed to make it out of my neighborhood. I'm not supposed to be here today inspiring you. I'm not supposed to be here today making these videos. I'm supposed to be a statistic. I was counted out. I'm an underdog. I'm an underdog, plain and simple, right? When you take a step back, Bitcoin is a massive underdog. Bitcoin's been around for 10 years. Everyone's been counting it out. Not the people in crypto. I mean the rest of the world, which are billions and billions of people. Bitcoin is a scam. Bitcoin is a fraud. Bitcoin's going to zero. Bitcoin's not going to make it. Bitcoin is irrelevant. All of these things they've been saying year after year, week after week, month after month, day after day. Bitcoin is a massive underdog. I'm an underdog. I'm willing to bet you are an underdog. I'm willing to bet you have people in your life counting you out, saying you can't do it. You can't be a trader. You can't be this. You can't be that. You can't be successful. Maybe it's people at your job. Maybe it's your friends. Maybe it's your family. But somebody in your life is counting you out, and I'm willing to bet you feel like an underdog. Now, I say that to say this. I'm an underdog. Plain and simple. Bitcoin is an underdog. I'm willing to bet you are an underdog. I want to change the name of our community to the underdogs. This connects deeply with me because this has been motivating me like crazy my whole life. I'm not supposed to be successful. I'm not supposed to be winning. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm here. I'm here. And I want us to be in this together. Me and you and the rest of our community, side by side. Everybody's been counting us out. Everyone's counting Bitcoin out, and we're the underdogs. We're going to come out on top, and we're going to do it together. And I want, for me, the underdog mission and that word and that phrase really connects deeply. I want to know in the comments from you what you think of it. What you think of it. Right now, we're called the Crypto Crew. That maybe has a connection to you, but I think underdogs is deeper. I think that's more meaningful. I think that's more powerful. And we need something that really connects everyone. So let me know in the comments if you connect with that. If you consider yourself an underdog, I want to hear about it. Let me know in the comments down below. This got a little bit deep, but again, we keep it real here. You know, I started trading 20 years ago, and I was terrible. I was absolutely terrible. I was terrible for years. I'm supposed to lie to you and say, oh, I knew that the dot-com bubble was coming. I timed it and I made all this money. I was such a good trader when I was 16 years old. No, I was terrible, and I believe in being honest. I believe in not lying to people. I know I'm supposed to lie to you. I'll get more followers, I'll get more likes, and more people would buy my courses, but I'm not going to do that. I was a terrible trader for years until I really figured out the game, right? We don't take paid ads. My words are not bought. I always tell you like it is, and I'm going to continue to do that. But again, it took me years to figure out emotion. I had no idea that was a part of trading. I was knee deep in the news. Why do you think I talked so much about the news and emotion? Those were killing me for years, and I was blinded. My ego was so big, I really thought I knew what I was doing, and I just got destroyed for years. And now it's my mission to help you, people like you, figure it out significantly faster so you don't need to make all the ridiculous mistakes I did. That's why I'm here. That's my mission. That's why I'm put on this planet, and that's what we do. So that's it in a nutshell. Let me know if you connect with this story, and I'll see you right back here next Wednesday. Peace and love to the Crypto Crew. Maybe in the future it's peace and love to the underdogs.